This is a book review of Filmish. Slightly unusual title, Filmish. I must admit, when I saw it in the shop, Filmish, I thought, that is not the world's greatest title, but it's a lovely book. So please don't be put off by the word Filmish, which, is that a word? Anyway, a graphic journey through film. Now, you've obviously got lots of elements of films you probably instantaneously recognise, some you may not. And of course, it's back cover there. It's a fairly reasonable book, sized about 190 odd pages. Self-made hero. Brilliant. They produce some really beautiful books, and I love their books. This one came out in 2015, quite a few years ago now. Quite amazing. Only picked up fairly recently in Gosh Bookshop. So Edward Ross is by, and I love the illustration. Very similar to the Scott McCloud's Understanding, Mastering, etc. Whatever they are. I can never remember the titles, I'm just making some up. They're very good books as well. And you just go through this book and it's sort of, you go through, oh, I know that film. Oh, I know that film. But it's not just about film. And if you're looking for an introduction into film, the ideas behind film, films to look at, films to check out, directors to check out, I think this book is a great thing. So you could go and buy a standard book, a guide to film. Well, this, I think personally, is infinitely as good, if not better, than that sort of thing. And it's just film after film. And obviously some of the characters you want, Malcolm McDowell, of course, and the brilliant Clockwork Orange, and so on and so on. It's just some films, of course, I don't know. I vaguely know. I think, oh, I know what. I might not know the title. I sort of vaguely know it. I've seen the film maybe years ago. And it's obviously like Lord of the Rings. Got here, lovely, the capture, where they obviously have all those little bobbles on and go. So it describes technology, innovation, the people behind the scenes. Obviously, lots of the themes behind it. Obviously, the 300 there. Obviously, Indiana Jones. And obviously, the horror films. Fantastic Voyage. Daft film of the highest order. I love that film, though. It is one of those films you can sit and watch, but it's just completely... Anyway, it's just one of those... And it just covers a lot of these, like, The Fly. I haven't seen that one for ages. Jeff Goldblum one with The Fly. And this, the thing, of course, is when you're flicking this through this book, you think, oh, sets and architecture. Covers a lot of different things. Obviously, Escape to New York, or Escape from New York. One of the two. Great film. Saw it years and years and years and years ago, but I haven't seen it since. And obviously, Truman Show, and many, many. You literally go through this whole thing and say, oh, that film, oh, that film, that film. Obviously, the Harold Lloyd. I love Harold Lloyd. I love those silent movies. There's a box set of Harold Lloyd that's just amazing. With loads of brilliant films. Of course, famous 2001, Space Odyssey, brilliant film. I've seen that. Got that in Blu-ray. Love it. And lots of films I have no idea. I've never seen. Memento, Christopher Nolan. I'm certain it's a very good film. So it's really nice when you flick through this book, The Mirror, another film I've never seen. See 2001. And so obviously Howl. And it's got also about the conversation. That's brilliant. Gene Hackman, absolutely smooth. Francis Ford Coppola's film. Love that one. It's also about auteur theory, etc. Also, obviously, Sound of Music, Power and Ideology. So you've got Clint Eastwood there. And it's just pages after pages of pages. Also, all about social decline. It says here about, obviously, some of the things. As for me, I love horror films. I'm certain says a lot about me. I love watching Dawn of the Dead kind of thing. I don't know if Dawn of the Dead's in it. I expect it probably even gets a mention somewhere. But it's got like H.G. Wells there. You've got science fiction runs through this. And it's just page after page after page of... And it's one of those books you can read all the way through, so you can get a general whole... Or you can just pick it up and just do what I often do with these sort of books. These sort of near enough a reference book. You can just pick it up and read through it, 10 or 15 pages, and just put it down again. Obviously, Star Wars there, and so on. And then you've got some end notes, which is very handy because some of it probably lost on me. It's like, obviously, here, and this bit, image inspired by one of the first Lumiere films, Baby's Breakfast. I had no idea. Apparently, 1895. Wow. and so on and so on. There's quotes here all the way through. It's got lots of references to hundreds of films that some I've seen, some I haven't. It's also got a massive filmography, obviously just a long list of really brilliant films. And there's a good number of these I've seen, a good number of them I have never seen. Hopefully one day I will see most of them. The Brain from Planet Aros. Algol, The Tragedy of Power. Gilda, obviously I've seen that one. And so on and so on. And a bibliography at the back as well. What a brilliant book. This is, let's say, if you're looking for a book about film, to get a grip with understanding the concepts behind film, understanding some of the history of film, I think you really cannot go far wrong with this. This is just a brilliant, brilliant book. I say, the title sort of initial put me off. It was one of those books where I go to the bookshop, I pick up, put down, pick up, put down. I think, maybe not. But I think when I got it home, started reading it, I thought, wow, I love it. And I think it's just a gem. So, Filmish, a graphic journey through film.